Okay,
Who
we are
thought this was
live
a
again, I
show?
believe.
Nope.
There we go. Okay, live again. Sorry again, having a lot of internet issues
Alright.
recently. But no, okay, where did I cut out for you
Who's
guys?
this Asian guy?
Where did I cut out for you guys with my rant?
I don't remember.
Fuck, no. Hold on. Oh, there's some big-eared motherfucker. I'm gonna stop looking at that because that's pissing me off to see more. You were at fucking in the first. You were complaining about the fucking tip boxes, and I get what you're talking about, but I have not had to deal with that since I got let out into the actual full open world. I
Yeah.
understand it was frustrating at the very beginning, but past that, it has been incredibly sparse. And at least it's not like fucking Doom Eternal, which tore you out of the game, gave you the exact hint to kill the fucking boss,
I
My
and
old
fucking let you do it.
I personally don't understand people who are like, oh, Doom Eternal is a complete upgrade to Doom 2016. I'm like, no, I would put it on par.
no. Because I will argue this. I will fight a war.
No, I'd say it's on par. They're on par with each other.
Agree that your opinion is my disagree because it is a.
What?
I was gonna say agree that your opinion is wrong, and I realized that's too rude, so I didn't say
Because
that.
this is my thing. Okay, we're gonna switch to Doom Eternal real quick. So this is my problems with Doom Eternal. I feel they tried to do a little bit too much with it. A little bit of it is clunky, and with the stuff they added, like the stuff that's just the same as 2016 is still solid, and I will say a little bit better. Um, but it's just like in my personal rating system, the stuff that they had that they kind of were rough on implementing, cough monkey bars, cough. Um,
Not
I will maintain
No,
that those kind of mess up the flow of stuff, just with how the
I
animations are.
no, I think that actually gets a little bit too much shit. And mind you, I say that not even liking that they're there because I think it's fucking silly as shit. I For how they were implemented, they didn't really interrupt too many fucking things because they were genuinely just there to keep you in the air a bit longer,
Yeah,
or for like a very specific platforming section.
yeah.
it's just that there's just always that little slight stutter that I'm just gonna like, it's just messes with me.
So I've never had that stutter. Like I even went back and played it after you talked to me about that first time on like the truck ride home from I think fucking Balahack.
Yeah,
I have never had issue.
I don't know what it is. Then maybe it's the higher frame rate. I don't know.
I
Um,
know frame rate does affect your speed in games. That's the only thing
yeah,
I can think of.
because I can run it at
Well,
around 60 FPS. So
that's the thing though, is that like Doom and Doom Eternal have incredibly good frame rate quality, so that shouldn't be your issue.
Well, it's mainly it's an only PC thing I know for sure because that's why you can't do the boost rocket jump shit that you see some people doing on consoles as well as you can do it on PC. Because if you slow time down and then you shoot stuff with like the frame rate and a really high frame rate turned up, it literally just fucking propels you like a million feet into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could just be a thing of the port and something getting slightly messed up.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
hell, it's something Bethesda. The stuff that comes out of Bethesda is known for. I mean, hell, that was a problem in '76 where your speed was tied to your frame rate.
Now, to be
No,
fair,
that's in a lot of video games.
yeah, I was
That's
gonna say,
not just a Bethesda thing.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. In fact, it's a lot of reasons why a lot of games actually like lock their frame rates to very specific things is because like if you have a higher fucking like performing computer with a higher frame rate,
Yeah.
you can literally just get a fucking advantage. Like a lot of speedrunning actually has frame rate locking rules because it's literally just, oh well, if you have a fucking monstrous rig and you can get the game to run at like 150 fucking frames per second or some ridiculous bullshit like that, then you're just gonna naturally be like a fucking minute faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is not about Doom Eternal.
Yeah,
This is about
back on Halo
Halo
Infinite.
Infinite.
So let's go into actually positives. Positives. The game looks great, which honestly at this point in my opinion when it comes to AAA titles isn't really like saying much because every AAA title so far is just it should look good if it's from a AAA studio in my opinion.
And I mean, I don't know how it looks on regular Xboxes, but I mean, on the Series S, I've not had Series X, I should say, not S. On that, I've not had any issues with like frame rate or crashing or anything like that
I
with it.
haven't either with
Yeah,
on
I'm
PC.
still on regular Xbox.
Though I do know on PC at least it is kind of a 50-50 shot, as I do have a friend who has been playing it and has been complaining about a lot of crashing. Although their system compared to mine's a lot newer and a lot more up to date and a lot more powerful than theirs. So there is that.
Visually, though, how does it look, Joe?
So from honestly, I'm going to tell you, like, I'm going to be completely honest. It is really, really good running. It doesn't lag. I don't have any issues where it seems like the frame rate drops. And I actually took a couple of screenshots. I was taking the moment to save them and send them to the Discord because I took screenshots on top a building of what my game looks like with no HUD. And honestly, I think it looks great considering that it's a Xbox from fucking 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
When
I would
they're
say
sending
armor and
yeah.
vehicle design is overall pretty good. I mean, of
That's not
course,
bad.
of course, I could sit here and tear apart something like the Scorpion tank. Yeah, no, that actually looks pretty decent. Yeah. Like I could tear. I'm someone who could sit here and tear apart the Scorpion tank for being a horrendous tank for what its original need was. Um, excuse me, and that's just owing to more of they wanted to make a cool tank, and I'm all for it. I love the Scorpion tank. Um, oh, I will say one gripe though. This has been a gripe for a few games now because they were really inconsistent with implementing this. The ability. Can we please add back in the ability for Marines to ride on the tank tread sections of the Scorpion?
I understand why you want that because it is cool. Gameplay wise, it is also basically useless.
Oh, I know, but like that's one of those things. Of it's like again, I'm okay. I'm also personally of the thing where it's like if there's no real downside to it, like no highly
I'll give you
detrimental.
the downside. I'll give you the downside. They would have to code it in, and I'm gonna argue that odds are they were probably getting the whip cracked on them by Microsoft and being told, "Hey,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
you dickhead! Why are you working on people riding on the side of the fucking tank? Get this weapon to work."
yeah.
And
No,
they're like,
there's probably
"Oh,
that.
okay."
And I guess one downside could be like it would kind of fuck up balancing, but the Razorback exists, so.
Oh, the Ridgeback also doesn't have a fucking 90 millimeter fucking cannon.
Oh yeah, no. I understand that part as well, and I actually think the Scorpion might be a 105. But if you actually have the correct specs from that, that would be interesting for me to know because I could look into that. And
Well, no, I think they literally say when you look at its fucking entry that has a 90 millimeter cannon.
actually, I may look at that.
Because I remember I saw something that said 90 fucking millimeter, and I was like, oh, okay. But I swear to God, this will be the final gripe, and it's just because it's not even something that really pisses me off because I've just come to accept it. Can we stop changing how fucking Master Chief looks in every fucking game?
I will say this one is a lot closer to like Halo 2 and 3's look, so I'm kind of happy with that.
I disagree. Every time I fucking die and I look at his body, I'm just like that. Like it's almost like an uncanny valley thing. It looks like Master Chief, but just not enough that like I do have to take a second to fucking figure it out. He's I don't know, maybe it's the graphics thing. Maybe it's like the clarity is high enough that I'm getting more fucking detail and I'm not used to it.
I will say,
I don't know. It just something looks wrong.
I will say the armor is like oddly flat and smooth, and it's just off-putting in my opinion.
You know, his armor reminds me too much of fucking the Mark V armor.
Yeah.
It doesn't look enough like that OG armor that we know from him. The only thing that's like really consistent is the helmet.
Okay, this
And even
makes
then,
no
that's a
sense.
little bit different.
Okay, so I just pulled it up. You were right. The Scorpion's main gun is an M512, 90 millimeter smoothbore high velocity cannon.
Smoothbore.
Yeah, that's my problem with smoothbore, which like some people are like, oh, smoothbore. That's like it's like some people have like kind of the misconception that smoothbore was like phased out once we hit like World War II. That is incorrect. The Cold War had a lot of tanks with smoothbore cannons, but there was a reason for that. During that period, there were actually a lot of tanks, a few M60 variants, the M55, M551, um, and shit, there's a few others that come to mind. But that was because they had rocket propelled ammunitions that were literally just literally anti ATGMs that they launched from the barrel. And I'm just saying, smoothbore and high velocity are a bit of an oxymoron.
Indeed. Well, no, second good thing. All right, and this one I'm very happy on. You know what? I was prepared to fucking hate weapon with all the
Same.
fury in my heart. I looked and I was like, oh no, fuck this noise. No. Fuck you. Fuck you 343. Do not try and give me a Cortana replacement. No, fuck you and damn it. God fucking damn it. She won me over.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy about it.
Same. I went into it and I saw her because so I haven't played it. Didn't play Halo 5. I didn't touch it. I heard about this. I know the story, the basic overall storyline. But I'm not touching that game. You would have to pay me a large amount of money to play that game. Um, because I hate it. I hate what it did that they did do it. I hate the characters in it, except for Chief and Cortana, of course. Well, actually, no, I hate Cortana in it actually because she makes no goddamn bloody sense. Um,
She also looked ugly as
ugly
fucking
as fuck.
hell.
Yeah. So like when I came into it, I was like, who the fuck is this? I didn't know who Weapon was, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And that's why I actually put it in. I sent it to the group chat that three of us have. I was like, oh, they made her fucking peppy, and I was like, fuck this, because I was.
Let me help you real quick, Jacob. I didn't know who the fuck weapon was, and I played Halo 5, dog. That's not a fucking. That would not help you any.
Okay, good, cool. But like I was like, I hate her, and like even to like the first person, I was like, I hate her, and again, that incident was when I was talking about with the screens as well as they essentially Weapon has a bit of a Navi from Legend of Zelda quality to her, where she just reminds you of the main objective way too often, and I'm just like, okay, look, shut up. I know what the main objective is. I see it on my screen. We'll get to it. I'm trying to establish this area so that I can move freely. Damn it. So like at the very beginning, I was like, this sucks. She's horrible. I hate her. And then slowly throughout the story and how Weapon, Chief, and I'm just gonna call him Echo because they never really give him an actual name, from what I remember, aka the Pelican Pilot. The three of them, how they kind of interact and talk to each other. I'm like, no, I need to protect this girl. Like, she's freaking bubbly and adorable, and because I love her. I fall in over, but it's like where Griffin's like, she's top waifu, which is why the stream is named what it is. I'm over here like, no, this is my child, and I will protect them. And
I think my favorite thing.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Griffin. Joe.
I was gonna say my favorite thing is probably a mix of the characters and then like all like the communication they have with each other because like I fucking agree like the whole trio thing that they've got going on with Chief and Echo and then Weapon is fucking incredible. I know we were going on the gameplay a lot, but honestly, like the gameplay loop and like each interaction that I've had, at least combat wise, I very much do find it that like I can at least have like a slightly unique approach in some way. Like I don't have to tackle the situation like, oh, I start from here and I go through the main entrance and I just do this. Sometimes I'll find myself literally where I'll see like a fucking huge ass tree right next to it and I use the fucking zip line. I get all the way up there. I throw grenades while I'm all the way up there. I try to get some of the brutes with headshots and stuff like that because I'll be honest, the main reason I like it so much is because it reminds me of Doom Eternal in regards to gameplay. Just not as complex. But that, and then the whole character thing, and plus Master Chief just kind of seems like a dad now. Like,
Yeah, I was
because
gonna bring that up. Like, Chief has dad energy, which is why I'm really being endeared to him in this whole situation, because it's kind of it's, and it's gonna sound really weird to the two of these guys, but when it comes to a lot of the friend groups I'm in, it's the kind of same energy I bring with them. Because I was talking about this last time we had a discuss. Like, there's a lot of times where people come to me with like problems they have and stuff that's going on, and just coming to me to vent about things, and I'm usually the one just giving them dad tier advice. So like, I'm actually starting to identify more and more with Chief, which I like, and I'm also one of those people that's like, if you have a character who's supposed to be stoic, but in a thing of like stoic and closed off and just really simple. Uh, for example, the older God of War games. Um, Kratos during that is just rage incarnate, kills everything, right? And then you get the newest God of War, the last one that came out, where he's older, he's more conscious of his anger and his past, and is at the point where he's like, hey, I need to pass on the right lessons to my son. And I feel like they're kind of doing the same thing with Chief, where Chief is like, hey, look, I've been around for a while, a lot of people look up to me, I need to be able to hold these people together and be able to help them through the shit that they're dealing with, so that they can help me get the job done, but so that they can also get the job done when I'm not there.
yeah. But like when I'm talking about the whole like dad thing, I'm mainly you guys might know what I mean when I say this, but I'm mainly talking about that one cutscene where he gets down on a knee and your
Yes.
controller vibrates and it slams and he's just like, "Failure is what makes us human."
Which I mean,
It's
like,
such a
like
bad thing to.
I would say as much of a like cringy stereotypical line it is, it's like it's honestly it's true.
No,
just
never-ending persistence is what makes us fucking human.
Okay, yes, that as well. But I like, and he's trying to say that in a roundabout way, I guess. But he's also trying to help the dude out in that situation. So I understand why he said what he did.
I, I'll actually say this about the pilot. Like, he annoys the ever living fuck out of me, and I hate him. But that's because he is done well. Because he's realistic. Okay, like realistically, he's a goddamn pilot who's been stranded in space for how fucking long? Who hasn't seen his family in fucking even longer? I he I would expect him to be kind of pissed off at Chief just trying to be fucking solo dolo big dick fucking complete everything by himself and fucking being frustrated that he's not just getting out of there and just fucking giving up. Yeah, you know what? He should be pissed off. He should be a bit annoying about it. He should be a little bit fucking salty.
I'll say so.
And I respect them for doing that.
I'll say also, Griffin, you know what scene Joe's talking about though, right?
Yes.
I'll say even more to his character being decent, and I'm trying to be as vague as possible. The information we learned further about him, about a bit of his backstory from that little interaction, is even more into why he acts the way he does.
Exactly.
Also, can we all agree? Did any of us know what fucking nationality he was until we knew his fucking name?
I did, only because I had subtitles on at the very beginning, and one of the subtitles specifically said Mexican swearing.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw
What
that.
are you talking about? He's Russian.
What?
Are you sure? I saw Mexican swearing also. Literally, I have subtitles.
I swear to God, he has a Russian name.
Okay, real quick.
I thought he was Spanish. Not Spanish isn't like from Spain. I could have sworn he had a fucking Russian name. It's really bad that I forgot what his fucking name was, but they tell it to you like once.
No, if it makes you feel better, I completely.
Oh no, it is not Griffin. Griffin, that is not a Russian name at all.
Hold on now.
Okay, do you want me to say his name real quick?
Oh no, I mean, I just let. Okay, what fucking name did I see then?
Yeah, what name did you see?
I know it was like fucking Mikolovich or some fucking
Oh,
Russian bullshit like that.
Markovich, that's a dead Spartan, I believe.
Yeah.
That must have been what it fucking was. I must have heard that, and then he fucking said something.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Well, even then, I still didn't know what fucking
Echo
nationality he
26
was.
Echo 216's pilot is definitely a Hispanic individual. I am dead though that the official subtitles isn't Hispanic swearing, it is very specifically Mexican swearing.
Hey, no. To be fair, there are differences in the
Oh,
intricacies and the
Oh, yeah,
cursings
yeah,
of
yeah.
language.
Oh yeah, no,
So
there
it
definitely is. There definitely is. But I
does
am
actually specified down to him being Mexican and not, Spanish. or
I'm
fucking
just dead that they made it
Venezuelan.
that specific.
I mean, hey, they want to cover all their bases.
It's like
Oh.
where it's like in fucking. It's kind of like how in Star Trek Voyager they had a Native American bridge officer, so they made up an entire goddamn tribe for him to be a part of. So he had a specific heritage. I think it's made up. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Somewhere eventually, maybe. I don't fucking know.
No, they won't.
What?
Fucking.
I'll be
Anyway,
honest with you
fuck.
guys. I did not sleep last night, so
Why did you do this to us again?
I mean,
because this
to be
time I have a lot of coffee.
Now, Jacob, that didn't help you during the fucking session.
Yeah, you started cackling like a maniac, and you're like, "Oh, I'm feeling a little crazy." You started talking like that goat from Hoodwink. You were the goat from Hoodwink for about a good 5 minutes.
You talking about last session?
Granny bucket.
Wait. Are you talking about last session or the session we had with Griffin?
Jacob, that's the thing. I can't remember which session it was because of how good it is.
I know it wasn't last session because last session was your session 0, and I had a decent amount of sleep and a decent amount of energy.
Jacob, you were also drinking from a cold brew fucking coffee container that was not meant for a single individual's consumption, and you drank all of it.
I drank a liter of black cold brew coffee that day, so yeah.
That's not okay.
I was fine through it.
Jacob, no, because you know what? The last time we had a fucking session of mine, or no, not the last time. The time before that, when you first talked to the tribals, you were drinking nothing but fucking coffee, and you about had a fucking heart attack.
I think that was the time where you're talking about the first time we interacted with the tribals.
Yes,
and I had
that
a
was during your
panic
fucking
attack.
panic attack.
I had a legitimate panic attack during that session, and I had to drive
I don't
home.
think the coffee helped any.
Oh, it probably just made it worse. And then as we were driving home, I thought I saw shadow creatures chasing your car. I kid you fucking not.
Anyways, fuck. Back to Weapon. No, it's a thing of, like, she's so overbearingly just fucking positive and like curious about everything in such a she's just so goddamn nice that you can't help but like her because it's like the one little ray of sunshine in a very fucking bleak situation, and it's like, well, goddamn it, even if I don't want to, I have to latch on to this.
Yeah, the thing is, so is usually characters like that are really fucking annoying, but they manage to not make her annoying.
Well, the thing is it's the way they handled her writing, because lots of times when you have a overwhelmingly positive character like that, they don't they play her off. They play too much on the. One second, sorry, have to burp. Ugh.
Is that even a burp?
No, it's trapped in my chest. Anyways, okay, it's gone now. Is a lot of times they play too much, in my opinion, on the. They don't have enough realism, not realism, but like proactiveness to the character or rationality, where they're overly positive, because in my opinion, Weapon isn't overly positive. She is positive and the moral, like the emotional backbone of the trifecta so far, where she's staying positive, she's keeping like trying to keep everybody kind of together with just being positive, but it's not to the point where she knows when it's time to say stop, like kind of not be just completely positive, be like, hey, look, it's okay, and comfort people as well, and not just be like, oh, it's good, it's gonna be fine, like, hey, look, I know stuff's going on. Like, they actually added in a they did something that's very rare nowadays in media. They added nuance to the character.
I will say I get where you Torque on. No, like in terms of like her relationship with Chief, it's genuinely like him having a daughter right now.
Yeah.
That's entirely how they pretty much are. But like it's more than that. Like even just down to like her design. She's just she's cute as a fucking bunch. She's an endearing character just to look at. Cause like when she just fucking pops up on a screen and does some like incredibly fucking like massive technical shit and just acts like it was fucking nothing. And then fucking makes like those witty remarks of like, and oh well, it looks like they're here and we're gonna stop them. Well, you're gonna stop them, but I'll be along for the ride.
I
just
do
like
like
small shit like that.
I do like one point where Chief like cracks a quick joke, and Weapon's response is, "Oh, so you're allowed to make jokes, huh?" And he goes, "Yes, that's right."
Or fucking actually in the one like in like the mission that I just did where she's fucking like, well, hey, you'll be doing it, and you'll protect me, but the 65 millimeters of titanium will help too, or some fucking bullshit like that referred to as fucking armor. I'm like, oh, that's funny. Except I've died like 5 times in the past 20 minutes, so I don't know how protected you fucking
are. Slight spoiler here. I'm gonna be really, really vague about what actually happens. But I was doing a mission, and I'm just gonna say something started kind of happening to Weapon, and outwardly, because
did she get wet seeing Chief do something?
No, don't worry about that.
That's
no, she was something happened, and I was like, outwardly, when nothing was happening because I was kind of feeling some kind of way, but inwardly, like I was like, if anything bad happens to this girl, the Banished and the Harbinger will find themselves with their prolapsed anuses wrapped around their faces.
That when the one thing happens to you, when you meet the one person who you just named, because good job there. And she just immediately very apologetic about it. I was like, oh, I should have been faster. But he's just like, no, I'm still alive. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he hasn't let me. He's like, no, you did perfectly fine. It's okay.
But like, I'm gonna say it, goddamn. I didn't think I'd say this, but one, actually, props. This isn't a spoiler because it's like pretty much immediately Cortana is still fucking a part of it. Oh wow, big whoop. They did fix her design. Thank fuck for that, because she's actually not ugly as shit anymore.
They slimmed out her face again.
Gave her. Yeah,
they went from they went from literally just Cortana to fucking Rose Tico back to Cortana.
I'm gonna say it, goddammit. All right. I like Weapon more right now.
Yeah.
Design wise, and actually, like in terms of having her in my head, it's really only because, like, yes, Cortana's been with Chief through a lot, but also she's evil now. So like, they just fucking shit all over what she was as a fucking character. So it's like I can't even fucking really like her in that fucking sense anymore. It's just like, oh well, fuck.
That was one of the biggest things between Weapon and Cortana that I kind of was like, I didn't like Weapon right off the bat because of, and it was because it's like whenever Cortana did stuff, like she had her wittiness about her, but she was very much, we're doing this job, we're getting it done. Like she was very much business, getting it done, just taking everything.
Yeah, but Cortana was also very sarcastic.
I know she was very sarcastic, but it was very much but she was still very much grounded and serious about the situation. And we get to weapon, and I'm like, oh, they're trying to make it like, bubbly and happy, because again, I think I said this talking about this last night. We had a conversation that I'll tell you guys about because I know we get banned off of Twitch if I brought it up here. Where I'm very much a fan of very 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 grounded and very gritty depictions of stuff like this. Like I love if you go into the Warhammer 40k universe, I love anything dealing with small groups of guardsmen. Like if you want fan content, the All Guardsman Party, Gaunt's Ghost, stuff like that. So when I have military sci-fi, which is what Halo is, even though it's turning space opera very much so, I very much would rather it be really really grounded and more realistic, and have my characters react in what I think is a grounded and gritty realistic way. And at first, Weapon wasn't like that for me, and it was because I kind of I misjudged the intentions of the writers and the creators of the game and the devs of the game, and I jumped to conclusions. And then, but after a while, I realized what they were going for, and that's when she started to grow on me.
Fair. I was a little bit concerned for a second because I thought you were gonna turn into like a YouTube apology video, and you were gonna like be like, developers, I am sorry for messing up and making your.
No, wait. Let me get the hair messed up a little bit more.
Get a single tear running down your cheek.
I didn't want to have to make this video.
Oh God. No, you should have gone for the even cheesier one. I messed up, guys.
No, this is.
No. You need like 45 seconds of just like random jump cuts of you just sitting there brooding in front of the camera trying to start and then stopping multiple fucking times.
And then you gotta pull out the zinger that like I've only ever seen one video where it works. And it was when a guy was talking about a YouTuber was talking about his experience with gaming addiction, and it's the I've tried to write a script for this 4 times now.
I was just trying to talk about how Weapon's fucking cute, but I mean, this is cool too, I guess. No, but like, for real though, I don't know what it is. It's something between the fact that like she's always fucking smiling unless something confuses her, in which case she's still somehow fucking smiling while looking befuddled by something, and that fucking like tuft of hair behind her right ear that's always fucking there, and just being goddamn nice about her. I don't know what the fuck it is, but you know what? I don't miss sarcastic Cortana too much right now.
This is something I just thought of. I just remembered. That I was thinking of, and it's something I kind of wish they would implement. They had been implemented more. So, threat sensor ability, right? I think that should have been. And I know in the older games it would have been a lot harder to do, and with the limitations, it would have been harder. But with Halo, not Halo, like Halo, yeah, about Halo 4, 5, and now Infinite. Maybe not so much 5. Again, I don't really know. Unless someone at some point is paired with an AI in your play as them. I really do think, because they say in Halo Infinite, towards the beginning, you have Halsey talking about an AI being paired with Master Chief, and how it's gonna bridge the gap between you and your armor and kind of sit in there, be like a be a passenger in it. I never quite liked